too. So how did we meet? So this is such a weird story. I'm gonna go all in. Not gonna name names, but I'm gonna go all in.
Go all in. Spill it.
Okay. Alright, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with my best friend, Lexi. So if you guys don't follow her, I'm gonna put her Instagram handle on the screen for you guys to go follow. But she posted a picture on Instagram and I posted a video asking if you guys would ask us a few questions. So we are gonna do a little bit of a Q&A. So yeah, Lexi, if you want
Let's
to start.
get to it. We're just gonna do half the questions on here and the other half of the questions are gonna be on my channel, but we're just gonna start from the bottom and roll with it. So, first question. If you could go on vacation and it was all free, where would you choose to go?
I'll go to Thailand. I want to go to Thailand so bad.
I've heard Thailand's really freaking cheap too though. Yeah. And I've always wanted to go. I would say Bali.
Yeah. Somewhere that is like not here. Just not like the Caribbean or like,
yeah.
Go, but the only thing is flights are like
really a lot.
Yeah. They're just long. They're so long. But
yep.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
That's literally what holds me back from traveling really far is I just hate sitting on planes.
Especially if it was all paid for, like, I don't know.
Take me. Okay, next question. What is your favorite thing about each other?
Okay, so I definitely, I'll start, I guess, but, so we kind of talked about this already, but there is, like, a lot of people within the fitness space and everything who are just, like, super ingenuine and, like, not willing to help each other, and I feel like with me and Lexi, like, we definitely have, like, a very similar, like, page, very similar following, similar business, but, like, no matter what, she's, like, always willing to help me, and I love her for it, so, yeah, it's awesome. She's, like, the most genuine human being ever, so.
No, we have talked about this, like, not even, like, related to this Q&A, but I think there is a lot of people who do have, like, similar platforms to us, and who, like, it can be, like, competitive, which is so stupid, and with us, it's just always, like, we just want to, like, help each other, we want to help other people, and I think Kendall's also, like, we met, what, like, a little bit over a year ago, and, like, we didn't live close to each other, and obviously now she lives by me, which I'm so excited about, but she's one of those people who, like, I cannot see for ever, like, talk to, and then we see it, and it's literally, like, you just feel like you saw each other the day before, so I don't know, it's just nice to have friends that you can just be like 100% you know? What are your thoughts on keto diets and lifestyles?
Okay, so for me, like, I don't prefer a diet. You know, I eat flexibly just like Lexi does, but that being said, like, if it works for you, like, I'm not gonna be like, don't do it, but I don't think it's ideal just because it is a very restrictive lifestyle. As well as, like, I just could never do it myself, but hey, some people are super passionate about it, so whatever works for you, works for you.
But yeah, that's kind of my thought too, is I think that it's fine as, like, a short-term thing. I know some people use it, like, to fix hormonal issues and other things like that, but, like, just as a long-term thing, I could never do it. Like, it would be so, like, first of all, I freaking love carbs, and two, it just, I think it's really hard whenever you have something that, like, really limits your food options. Like, it would be hard to go out and, like, be social and that kind of stuff.
Never go out if you are on a keto diet unless you literally just get, like, a steak and butter everywhere that you go or something.
Exactly, and, like, no thank you. So that's that. If you won the lottery, would you continue to do what you do career and job wise?
Okay, so if I won the lottery, I would definitely try and, like, expand my business, because, like, obviously you can still grow from that, but, like, I definitely would, like, still, like, I don't know what you call it, like, social media influencing, like, I would still post on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I would 100% still coach and still do everything I do day to day. I think if I won the lottery, I would take that money and, like, invest it in probably another business venture. But, like, I don't know what that is, so I'll probably, like, sit in my savings for a little bit. We also both suck at, like, spending money, so we would both be those people who, like, have it in our bank accounts, like, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But I 100% would still coach and, like, post on Instagram and whatnot. We got a lot of questions about eating disorder recovery, which makes sense because we both recovered from eating disorders. But obviously, like, we can't answer all of them, and a lot of them are kind of hard to answer, but here's just kind of a general one. So what are some of your tips for eating disorder recovery, and what were your main motivations?
Okay, so my main tips are, it's really, oh my gosh, it's so hard. I repress so much about my eating disorder, but I would say my main tips are, like, really try and bring socialization back into your life, because I feel like when I was more social, that's when my eating disorder kind of, it was a lot easier for me, because not only did it sounds bad because I kind of almost felt pressured to not have an eating disorder, but like it was almost like I wanted to just be normal like everyone else too. So just like being really social, starting to like eat out with friends and stuff like that was what really helped me, and just like stop isolating myself so much. So like that'd be like the top tip I have, I guess.
Yeah, and for me, it actually is super, super similar, and I think a lot of people who recovered would say the same thing. As for me, I would say there was like two big like breakthroughs for me. So the first one was like I was in school, and I was like, I want to be able to like have fun with my friends. Like I do not want to be like have to drop out of college to go back to treatment. Like if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna recover. And so I did start like going out with friends and being more social and like whatever. And then the other was like a little bit later, and like I was doing well, but like I still kind of had a lot of like eating disorder like tendencies and just like being very strict and stuff. And like I was at a point where I was tracking macros and whatever, but I was like very like OCD about it. And I had a boyfriend who, it was like the same deal that Kendall kind of talked about like when you're around someone who like doesn't track macros and wants to go out to eat and like is like, no, like don't go to the gym, like come hang out, whatever, and you really care about them, like you go do that. And so for me, it's like obviously we're not dating anymore, and like I'm happy we're not, but like if you have like friendships that mean a lot, or like an external something that kind of just like pushes you out of your comfort zone, like sometimes you really do just like need to be pushed, you know?
Like for me that was my parents for sure. Like I know it's totally different, but it's still like our relationship. So it was,
and it's like you can't be like, I have like, you don't want to be like, hey, like I have an eating disorder, like I can't, like we can't go on a date, so or like whatever, or like to friends, like, oh, I don't want to like go out because like I'm terrified to drink. Like no, like I wanted friends, so I was gonna go do what they did, you know? So yeah, I would say just like being social is a huge one, and I think also focusing on other areas outside of like whatever your eating disorder like encapsulates. I don't even think that's a word, but like for me it was like focusing on like school and
yes, oh my god, like using studying as like a time to not eat, or like planning your day around like how you can not eat and like doing stupid stuff like that. It's just like, I was the same way.
And I think if you're able to, just like when you have an eating disorder, obviously your whole day revolves around like not eating, or like when you're gonna eat or whatever, and just finding other things that are like more important to you than that. So like whether that is friends, or that is like some other hobby that has nothing to do with food or exercise, or you know what I mean, just like having other things that like keep you really busy, but like in a, not something that'd be like I'm busy so I can't eat, but like I don't know, I think that helped a lot. Super long-winded, but hopefully we got a lot of the eating disorder ones like covered.
Oh
At what point did you first realize you have a talent for the booty pose? Are you actively petitioning the NPC and IFBB to include the booty pose as a mandatory pose? Do you have a certificate indicating that you have an advanced degree in booty posing?
I don't even know how that came about, literally.
Touche. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, no.
You definitely did it before I did.
I don't know.
But now I feel like everyone does it.
Yours is a little bit different than mine, I feel
That's
like.
true.
Yeah.
They're the same but different.
Yeah, yours is like a little bit wider stance than mine. Mine's just more like
yours is more
tricep-y. I don't know, but they're both bombs, so.
Yours is more like,
we shall petition for the NPC.
Yes.
It's fine.
Dude, we would be frickin' pros. Okay. Favorite free/cheat meal? Love you, girls. Love you too, Kelsey.
Oh god. You go first. I don't even know.
For me, it depends. If I'm in like a hard deficit and I'm like very hungry, it would be burger and fries, and then like a Kazuki after. If I'm like kind of now where it's like I just like want, like I have a cheat meal or a free meal, but I'm like not super starving, then it's sushi.
Yeah, see, okay, that's so funny that you say that. So, well, I'm on prep right now. It's like want everything.
Yeah, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
But like my refeeds have always been sushi recently, and I hated sushi last year. But like after my show, I got like a pulled pork sandwich with like sweet potato fries and a pizookie. So like that was kind of what I always just crave. Like it has to be like a good meal and then dessert. Like it has to be dessert. Like, but I would always choose dessert over anything. So sometimes
100%.
But then like sometimes I like ramen and like Thai food. So I don't know.
We already said we're getting Thai food.
Yeah.
But I really do think that you're gonna end prep right when I start. I'm kind of sad. Most memorable challenge in life, how did you overcome it? Or how are you currently overcoming it? Well, I need to think about that one.
Okay, I think, yeah, so I definitely know. So mine is more of like a characteristic type thing about myself. So, obviously, like when I was a lot younger, you know, like your parents have the control, and then, you know, I had my eating disorder, and then I really gained a lot of control of my life. And so I'm seeing now that, it's kind of deep, but, like I see now that in like a lot of relationships I have with like friends and even like really close people to me, that like I sometimes am like pretty selfish because of like coming out of that eating disorder and like knowing that I don't want to like lose control. So for me, like that's definitely like a big thing I'm working on with myself right now. Like because while I do want to like help other people, it's just like the people that you're closest to sometimes you don't necessarily take advantage of, but you just forget how good you have it with them. So yeah, just like really working on not being like, being more selfless is really like the biggest challenge that I have with myself. And that's just like a product of my past for sure.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm actually, I was gonna say kind of the opposite. I think a lot of people would be like, oh, like your biggest thing you've overcome is like an eating disorder or like moving across the country or whatever. And like for me, it's like my eating disorder recovery, like once I started, it kind of just like clicked and I was like, I got this. Moving wasn't that big of a struggle. I think for me, I'm kind of the opposite, and I've always just been a huge people pleaser, and like I would do like anything for anyone else over myself, even if they didn't deserve it. And it's literally been, and it's something I'm still working on, but it was like I would always tell people exactly what they wanted to hear. I always had like put what other people wanted ahead of myself, even like what they wanted for me. I wouldn't even be honest with myself about what I wanted because I just wanted to do what they wanted, whether that's like parents, friends, relationships, whatever. And so for me, just kind of really learning to be honest with myself about what I want and putting myself first sometimes, and like also just believing in myself and not needing other people to show that they believe in me, but just like having that confidence in myself is something that like I still have to work on, just like not needing the approval of other people and just like doing me. But yeah, so like kind of opposite, but like kind of
same spectrum. Too. So how did we meet? So this is such a weird story. I'm gonna go all in. I'm not gonna name names, but I'm gonna go all in.
Go all in. Spill it.
Okay, so there was this dude who
I wonder if he's gonna watch it. You know who you are.
Yeah, it's okay. So there was this guy who reached out to me and was like, "Oh, are you staying with Lexi at the Arnold or whatever?" And I was like, well,
so this is last year.
Yeah, last year at last year's Arnold. And I was like, I don't even know who Lexi is, but okay. And then like I ended up like kind of following her after he told me that, and then I actually asked her and was like, hey girl, like are you still going to the Arnold? And then everybody at the house thought I was dating this dude.
Because at the same time, he told me that he knew Kendall.
Yeah.
And Kendall invited him and could he stay with me? And I was like, I don't really know who this Kendall girl is, but like, I guess she's staying with us. And like, we all got there and realized that he totally like
lied.
So
I thought that he was dating Lexi.
And I thought he was dating Kendall.
So then like Nick asked me and was like, oh, like is that like your boyfriend or whatever? And I was like, I don't even know him. I've never met him before.
Poor dude, no one knew him.
Like, isn't that like Lexi's dude? And then it was just so awkward. But then like it was awkward for him, but like we ended up clicking really well.
Yeah.
And like we had other friends there too, so we like stayed in the same house together that weekend, and then I don't think I saw you again till the Olympia.
Yeah, I didn't see you until the Olympia.
Yeah.
But I guess you started working with Nick.
Yeah.
Who obviously, Nick's like my best friend.
Yeah.
And
so we
like,
just,
and we just kept talking.
Well, like, and we have like really similar like followers on Instagram
Yeah.
and stuff. So like we always, and like we bounce ideas off of each other. And then I ended up moving to San Diego in January. Like I was out here since November in LA, but like it was easy to come like see.
Yeah.
So and now we're close. And now we're close. Now we're super close. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. Don't forget to head over to Lexi's channel because the other half of the questions that we will be answering will be over there. So thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.